Okay, so this is what we're doing for Pantry Challenge. We had a package of hot dogs in the freezer.
2 packages.
Leftover biscuits. Actually, the biscuits are from this morning because church service had Sunday dinner, and I took biscuits. So it's homemade biscuits, and then the leftover chili with Monterey Jack, pepper jack cheese on it while we're watching the Chiefs play the Bills. And that's our Sunday dinner for the Pantry Challenge. Okay, so this is a pizza that's done and out of the oven, and it's being done in the cast iron, like on the stove and in the oven. And I'm sure Sarah's talked about that earlier.
Nope, I haven't.
Oh, you haven't? Okay, so
We prefer sourdough. We've learned that we actually prefer sourdough pizza crust to your standard pizza crust.
But we like the flavor better.
I realized the recipe that I originally got, I never read how she makes her pizzas, and she does it in the cast iron. So that's what we're doing. I'm rolling them out. I'm getting them big enough that I can make some type of little edge around them to kind of hold everything in.
Like a normal pizza, like a rolled crust pizza.
Yeah, and then we put them on the stove in the hot cast iron for a couple minutes, and then we throw them in our broiler. I don't know if Dave can. And then we throw them in the broiler to broil to finish the rest of the way. And so we haven't tried them yet, but they look really good. And that's actually a perfect pizza for 2 people. Not 2 fat people.
My finger was in the way the whole time.
The entire time?
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
Okay. This isn't great. This probably isn't a good size for 2 fat people like us. All of us. But for 2 normal people, this would be a great
That'd be a great pizza. Yeah, it'd be a great supper. But for us, we're making 4 of these for 4 adults.
Or 3 maybe, we'll see.
Yeah, and what we're trying to figure out is time. Because here's what the bottom looks like of this one. See how black that is? Now, we don't know. It might taste okay, even though it looks like that. So Sarah's trying to figure this out. And it's chaotic. Now, we were out. Maria and I. It looks great, yeah.
I'm going to throw it back in for a couple minutes. But
so Maria and I were out. We had to go out, feed all the outside animals, and put animals away. So that took us a little over an hour. So Sarah's been here not only on her own trying to get these pizzas done, but we have a 10-day-old pig running around the house right now. He's right there.
Bedroom door.
It's closed. He's right there. And he's a handful. So all props to Sarah today.
Thankfully, it was only 2 peas on the floor and a poop while you guys were gone.
10-day-old baby is easier.
Yeah,
He's not mobile.
He's not, yeah, and then,
They're not mobile.
yep, and, because there's the other baby running around, and there's the pig and the pitapotamus. Yeah. So it is chaotic here right now, and it's awesome, but oh boy. So that's what we'll show you. We'll taste them, and we'll let you know how they taste. Okay, here we go on the taste test. Impartial judge. Now, this is the one that Sarah feels was burnt.
It is burnt, but it doesn't taste burnt, but it's burnt on the back.
Yeah, see, it's
delicious.
It's okay, there you go. The
It
impartial
needs
taste
salt.
tester.
No, I don't think so.
All right, Dave, stop recording. Come here.
Okay, so here is tonight's Pantry Challenge meal. We took out some chicken breasts that were in the freezer for an indeterminate amount of time. Potatoes that have been in Sarah's pantry, also for an indeterminate amount of time. And green beans that the girls canned last year. The potatoes were diced, roasted with onions and garlic and a plethora of spices, and they are outstanding.
Bacon grease.
Then, and bacon grease, because bacon grease makes everything better. And I pounded out the chicken breasts, and then Sarah stuffed them with cream cheese.
Mom's homemade mozzarella.
Homemade mozzarella.
A little chunk of pepper jack that we had.
Spinach.
We have frozen spinach in the freezer. And then we also did garlic, onion, salt, pepper, and paprika for the filling.
Then Italian breadcrumbs.
The panko breadcrumbs, or
Yep.
not the panko, the pork rind breadcrumbs.
Yep.
And then I still added garlic, onion, salt, and pepper to that.
Yep, and then rolled them in that with crumbled up crispy bacon, and that is our pantry challenge meal, and it is as good as it sounds. So today's pantry challenge meal was mac and cheese and hot dogs. We opened a box of Kraft macaroni and cheese that had an expiration date of 7/24, and it was full of ants. So we ended up throwing all of the macaroni away, and we had an open bag of macaroni in our cabinet, and so we made macaroni out of that, and we just used the cheese, the powdered cheese, out of the box. And then we had a package of hot dogs in the freezer. It was a long day today of chasing a pig around and working on fence and doing all of that. So tonight's pantry challenge meal is just regular old mac and cheese. That's it. So this is tonight's pantry challenge meal. We had a couple of mixes. I don't know what discount store they came from, but they came from a discount store a long time ago. We had 2 chicken breasts left from when we made chicken the other night, the stuffed chicken. And the one is like a chipotle pan meal, which is a potato, chicken breast, and some frozen green peppers that we had. We have the frozen green peppers. And then that's a cilantro lime rice, and that was a mix also. So that's tonight's meal. This is tonight's meal. That's a ham steak over there.
They're tiny.
They're tiny.
Very tiny.
It was off a 535-pound pig. And then we've got corn on the cob, which you see is a real hit. It's out of our freezer. And then sourdough bread.
My little
Loaf of sourdough. And baked potatoes. And that's tonight's meal.
So tonight's last meal of the pantry challenge. We had cauliflower that we seasoned and just put a little pepper jack cheese on. A loaf of sourdough bread that I made that has the Azure Uni flour in it. This was a frozen loaf. We baked it from frozen.
Right there.
Oh. And then the pork we made in the slow cooker. That is, we actually cooked it with our pear honey jam and pear ginger preserves. Nobody really likes the texture of it to eat it as jam or preserves, but it has really good. Yeah, but it has really good flavor. So we love to do our pork with it, and he used 3 jars.
2 of the honey, 1 of the ginger.
3 pints of it, and it was amazing tonight. And then what we put on top of it, because it was like a pulled pork, is our homemade barbecue sauce, which originally, after it was canned, nobody really liked the flavor. Now, this is from 2023, and something changed in it while it sat, and it has really, really good flavor now. So that was our last meal on the pantry challenge. So last year we continued and through February.
That's not very polite.
Baba. Yes. Last year we continued it through February, and it's not that we're not continuing it through February, but we did go to the grocery store. People were missing their snacks. I was missing my Nutella, which is one of my big things that I love to get that is not homemade. Mom was missing her ice cream. Dad, right back there, was missing his pretzels and chips and crackers, like the things he'll grab and eat quickly for a snacky lunch when he's rushing around on the homestead. So I don't think we're going to film our meals. Maybe we'll do one compilation in the middle of the month for it.
Just talk about what we did.
Yeah, and just kind of, we'll take some videos of some of our standout meals that we really like that we're doing from preserved pantry things, items that we've canned or preserved ourselves versus store-bought items. I would like to get through the pasta. We have the spaghetti noodles specifically and make some spaghetti noodles ourselves and make it in quantity so we can dry them and have them ready on the go when we want something. But I feel like it was successful. Yes.
I thought it was successful.
I feel like it was a successful month. It got us to use some canned stuff that maybe we forgot about, or made us kind of look into how to use some of the things the pear stuff. We weren't really liking it, so we weren't sure about it, but we throw it in pork and slow cook it, and my dad just takes his pork straight from the freezer and puts it in the slow cooker in the morning, and it is, oh, sorry, baby, and it is fork tender by evening and dinner time. And to throw those jars of jam in it are,
and it was a 5-pound shoulder roast. I mean, it was perfect.
Yeah. And to put the jam in that so that it's not going to waste. It's something that we canned and tried that we weren't thrilled with. We did it for the first time. And now they're not just sitting on our shelves wasted. We're getting them used. So that is our pantry challenge this month. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what we're doing, please like, share, and subscribe to our videos. And we will see you later. Bye.